I'm no geophysicist, but I do know there's a Geostorm brewing. That's right, Geostorm on Matinee Monday this week. Holy shit. So excited to be back with a brand new episode of How Did This Get Made's video series where we look back at some of the classic episodes of How Did This Get Made. And this week we are talking about a film that really has become a calling card for How Did This Get Made. That's right. People come up to Jason and me, yell Geostorm. They don't do it to June because they respect her too much. And you know what? They should be yelling Geostorm because this movie is wild. Our guest, Colton Dunn, you know him from Superstore, really puts it succinctly that he couldn't take any of this movie seriously because it's named after a very shitty car. But I couldn't take this movie seriously because Gerard Butler, as a scientist, he did not look like he was really interested in science as much as he looked like he wanted just to punch you in the face. It's like, you don't believe this hypothesis? Bam! Take that. That's what I think. Anyway, this movie is wild. Andy Garcia had a terrible role, but did some amazing pen acting. I mean, really, top of the line pen acting. This movie had so many reshoots, like literally, I think like $45 million in reshoots. But take a listen to what we think when this movie really goes off the rails. I thought Geostorm was a good name for this movie, but there was another name that called out to me. Maybe you'll see what I mean. Here we go.
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy, Dutch boy, Dutch boy, Dutch boy,
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy,
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy,
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy,
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy,
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy,
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy, Dutch boy, Dutch boy,
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy,
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy, Dutch boy,
Dutch boy.
Dutch boy is said a lot in this movie.
What a silly thing.
Well, I think that a big problem I have with the title of this movie is that it's also the title of a shitty car. I don't know if anybody out there. The Geostorm.
It is a
Legit car
No.
that existed. See,
You're
some
blowing my
people
mind
know.
right now.
They must have been really pissed about that, though, right?
Well,
They're like,
you know what?
well,
I had the
shit.
pleasure of actually meeting one of the producers.
Whoa!
We're looking at pictures of Geostorms.
In canary yellow.
Guys, somebody needs to buy us a Geostorm that we can paint How Did This Get Made shit on and drive around solving crimes. Geostorm!
Wait, so tell the story. This is a great thing you were saying.
Well, a friend of mine was a producer on Geostorm, and he was about to leave to go work on it, and I was like, "Oh, what are you going to work on?" He goes, "I'm going to work on Geostorm," and I said, "Oh, the car?" He went,
Yeah, I'm restoring a 1993 Geostorm.
"That would have been
It's a passion
great."
project.
His response was, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "The car, the Geostorm." And I Googled the name and then showed it to him, and he went, "Guess I would have thought somebody would have Googled that."
No! What an unattractive car. It's got no luxury to
You know
it.
what the working title for this movie was? Volkswagen Scirocco.
Oh my god.
Ooh, you guys gonna see
But
that
Dutch
new
Boy
Gerard
would have been
Butler
tough,
movie?
too.
Dutch boy would have been a
Because
bad.
it's a paint company.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, it's not like really like you wouldn't be like, "Oh, I want to see that new action movie, Dutch boy."
No,
That sounds like a Michael Haneke movie.
it's a different movie.
You definitely get a different line outside of the theater for Dutch Boy.
Yeah, for sure.
You have
For
like buildings
sure.
burning, Dutch boy.
Dutch boy. Wait, in the story of the little Dutch boy,
Yeah.
things don't go well for him, right?
He tries to plug it with his
He
fingers.
tries to plug it, but then what happens?
I mean, I never got further than that part of the story.
I think he like realizes that he
Maybe he runs out of fingers.
Yeah, that's what
and
I
started
figured,
using
yeah.
his tongue.
That's a
Wait,
different
for real,
movie
for real.
too. That's a different movie.
Somebody here knows what happens. He does?
He saves
Oh,
the
he
town.
does. Okay.
But does he have to stay there for the rest of his life?
Until they find someone to come fix the leak in the dam.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that's it? The whole story's about like A little kid had to put his finger in it until a mason
See
showed
when a
up.
dike is about to break, a finger just does not cut it. Dikes
Yeah.
don't typically leak. They weaken until whole sections are washed away. No finger will help when that happens.
Oh, I think is like breaking down the bullshit of the Dutch boy. Like
I love that somebody's like, this is bullshit.
Is this
impossible?
Is this-
Nobody could do it.
it literally is right.
Is
It's like,
this Snopes for fairy tales?
yeah. It's like why the little Dutch boy never.
Dear
put-
Brothers Grimm, I have a problem with...
The likelihood that the prince would find Cinderella in order to put the shoe on her foot.
If the witch is touching their fingers, how come she wouldn't know it was a stick?
Yeah.
Where's the skin feel? Advertising in this movie was spot on. The best reference, he goes, "Hey man, this isn't a Chromebook."
So good. I love
Never
that too.
referenced a Chromebook. And also Gerard Butler drinks his beer with the Coors Light like so prominently out there. He's just drinking, but yeah, Chromebook really like stuck out to me because it's like, this isn't a Chromebook. I thought it was good.
I
All
felt.
the- oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, when is the president showering? On the plane?
Apparently on Air Force One, at some point the president likes to take a shower. They set a whole thing up. This is clearly an area where there was some
Yes.
rewrite.
Yes.
Because they set up this whole thing that the president's going to take a shower, and then they're going to steal the codes
Right.
from him, and then they just never talk about
Never
it again.
happens.
They never go on. We
Well,
never
because
see
that-
them on
yeah.
the plane.
And it would be such an easy cut to cut out that whole plan. It's just like, he just goes along to the Democratic, but no, they keep the whole plan in there, and you don't find out until like 3 scenes later that there was no codes to steal.
Yeah, you're like, oh, there's no codes to steal because the president is the code.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that showering thing was so weird because like, did I miss
Well, but
a scene?
hang on though. I think a lot of that is just the people knowing that if people see Andy Garcia in a movie, they want to see him shower.
It was to keep the audience in
You know,
the butts of the
everything-
seats.
Yep.
Everybody knows.
Yep.
Stick around, folks.
Gotta see those Italian meatballs.
Yeah, get ready for an Italian meatball hero.
Mamma mia.
That's a spicy meatball.
Jason, I wrote down, what did you think of the idea of taking a shower in an airplane with that water?
No. Here's the thing. The water on planes is not clean. Don't wash your hands in it. Don't drink
Where
it.
is it coming from?
It's coming from inside the plane. It's gross. You're better off using a wipe or a Purell after you.
Yeah.
By the way, don't use the bathroom.
What are you gonna do if you have to go?
Well, then you go. But I'm just saying, like, do your biz before you get on the plane and pray to God you don't need to step into that bathroom. I saw a woman walk into the bathroom in bare feet.
Oh.
And I was like, shame on you. That is disgusting.
I do gotta say, there was one time I was on a flight. It was an overnight flight, and
Colton.
I like to take my shoes off
Oh,
when
no.
I get on the plane.
had a
Okay,
sock on,
this
though,
is
right?
socks. This is soggy piss
This
socks.
is socks that were, they weren't enough. And I walked into the bathroom.
You had
and I
a
walked out
Geostorm in
and
there.
I've never
Here's what I've
never made that mistake again.
Here's what I've never in my life seen: a clean airplane bathroom floor. If you're lucky, it's just covered in piss. If you're lucky. If you are unlucky, i.e. on Southwest, there is a full turd on the floor, perhaps
In Delta,
diarrhea.
Did you see that? Did you see the thing that happened on the Delta flight? In the blankets, like in a first
What?
class, in one of the blankets they give you, there was a big piece
No,
of shit
no.
Yeah.
in the blanket. Guest of the
Look at me.
podcast.
Look at me.
Guest of the
Not
podcast.
surprised.
Nicole Byer found a human shit folded up in a blanket on a Delta
Here's
flight.
what look at me. Cool as a cucumber. You know what? I don't touch those blankets. You know why? Because I knew there was human shit in them years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
sealed.
Planes
It was
are
sealed.
disgusting.
It was sealed.
Wait, so they just seal those up? They wash them and then seal them up again?
They don't wash
They don't
them.
wash them.
Seal them up?
Why would they
Okay,
wash
wait a minute.
them?
Do you know stuff? Okay. You're not like a flight attendant, though. You don't have inside info. Okay, then you don't need to keep talking.
She found a piece of poop
We
in her
would
blanket.
love flight attendants, pilots to come forward and tell us what to do.
And for all you Nicole Byer fans out there, we love having her on the show. And this is where she tells the poop story. If you don't know the Nicole Byer poop story, it's pretty amazing. Nicole found a poop in a blanket that was given to her on an airplane, but I'll let her tell you that. If you want to listen to this full episode, it is free in the stream right now. Go get it. Go listen to it. It's one of my favorite episodes, and I'm so happy to have it back in the mix. Colton Dunn, Nicole Byer, Jason Mantzoukas, and me for a big Geostorm party. And if you like this, make sure you like, subscribe, do all the things that you like to do. Every Monday, we have a brand new Monday Matinee. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thank you for subscribing here and to How Did This Get Made?